So one of the things I'm going to do and get you to do every time we play poi has a lot to do with a certain relationship to what's around you, which is fun because it kind of brings you into the space around you. I happen to be on a small lake above St. Gallen, Switzerland, and I've got some things around me to my right. I've got a floaty float. To my left, I've got a big tree. Directly in front, I've got the lake, and directly behind, I have the seating. So I've got some clear things around me that give me some clear directions. So say we're facing this way. To my right, I've got a floaty float. To my left, I've got a big tree. Straight in front of me, I've got the dock. And straight behind me, I've got the seating. So this helps me stay oriented and consistent in what I do. So if I'm trying to learn something new, I can think to myself, okay, I'm always going to start with my poi spinning forwards towards the floaty float. And I'm going to pass them maybe up behind my hips. So if I remember that and I stay consistent, it's going to be much easier for me to learn. And I'm also becoming aware of my tracks, and so how the direction I'm spinning my poi. So I'm spinning them straight towards the floaty float like they're train tracks. If I turn around, whoop, they're flying straight away from the big tree like they're on tracks. You're not on a lake in St. Gallen, probably. You're probably somewhere else. So what we're always going to have to do is wherever I am, I will pick my directions, and you will have to have your directions at home. So maybe you're in your living room, and straight in front of you, you've got your computer screen that you're watching these videos on. To your right, you've got the kitchen. To your left, you've got the exit, and behind you, you've got the sofa, maybe. So you will have to pick your things, and I'll pick my things, and this is going to help us stay consistent and learn things and avoid a lot of frustrations. As we do this, another important thing is how I show you what we're doing. So often if I'm facing you, I'm going to say, mirror me. And I'll say, take your right hand. Right? And so now I've got my left up obviously, but it's like we're a mirror image. So you're facing me like this, I'm facing you like this. So if I say, okay, and reach your right hand this way, you're facing me and you'll go like this. So together we're doing a mirror image. So maybe I'll say, take your right hand, stretch it out, and make a big circle over the top like this. Do this with me, and you'll see what I mean. So it's like, I'm your mirror, you're my mirror. Now, if I turn around, I'll switch. I won't mirror you, we'll be flocking together. So I'll say, take your right hand, and now I'm also taking my right hand. This will make sense, don't worry, as we go. And I'll say, take your right hand and switch it over the top. So if I'm doing this, you're flocking with me, you're doing the same thing. If I turn around, I'll switch to mirroring you. So you wouldn't switch. You keep doing the same thing. I switch for you. Because if we're facing this way, some things are obvious. If we're facing this way, some other things are obvious. And a lot of the lessons will proceed like this. And I'll always try to make it clear. Either I'll say, okay, mirror me, maybe take your left hand, right? And so we're mirroring. Or I'll say, do this with me, take your left hand. So using these principles of having these 4 clear directions, mirroring and flocking, we'll go through all our lessons. And it should make a lot of sense. Just stick with me and you'll see what I mean.